since I've like sat down and just talked. I just kind of thought I'd take some time now just to do so. I did actually video a lot of last week, but it was just mainly like videos of what was going on, and there wasn't like an opportunity to just sit and just talk or tell you what was going on. I just kind of like that little bit of interaction, so I didn't post last week. But I thought I'd catch you up on everything that's kind of been happening. Last week was fairly busy. It was a really, really busy weekend. Me and Will went to a wedding. It was his friend's wedding, and it was like a full day, so you can imagine that we were quite tired after, and it was such a lovely day. I just love weddings, to be honest. I love dressing up, obviously. I love celebrating everything that's going on as well, but my mum and dad bought me a dress for my birthday, so I wore that, which I'll pop in here. Obviously we had quite a bit to drink, so we were nursing some really, really nasty hangovers the next day. Obviously didn't record anything, and then it just went back into like another working week, and there wasn't really a lot going on. This weekend obviously I've included in this video, so I finally finished Iron Flame, the second book from the Fourth Wing series, and I kid you not, I feel so empty without it. I was purposely being like really slow in reading it as I was finishing it, because I just didn't want it to end. The next book doesn't come out until January next year. I'm just kind of currently trying to fill that gap at the minute, and nothing's hitting the same as I'd want it to. I'm determined to find another book that I fall in love with just as much as that one, whilst I wait for the next one to come out. And then obviously, as you'll have seen, I went to go and see Take That on Saturday with my mum and my auntie. My auntie came down from York, so it was really nice to see her, because obviously it was a bit of a trek for her, and I don't see her that often. We just went out for a few drinks and for dinner. Will came along for dinner, and then he went back home. And then my sister and her boyfriend also went to Take That as well. So they kind of stayed with us for a little bit, and then when we got to the concert, they kind of like parted ways. It was a really, really good night. It was really, really good. It was kind of like a last minute booking kind of thing. Obviously it was a bank holiday weekend as well. I feel like recently I just haven't had a quiet weekend. It's just been so full on recently, and I'm so ready just to have a quiet weekend. I've got a quiet weekend this week. It's my last working week for the company that I'm currently working at, so I'm kind of taking it a bit easy this week, because obviously there's not as much to do. I've kind of prepped all the work that I need to, and kind of helped line stuff up for them as well, so it's less of a hindrance for when I go. And then obviously I start my new job on Monday, which is really scary, really exciting, but really scary. I think because I haven't been in an office environment for such a long time. I think it's almost a year since I last went and worked in an office, because obviously I work from home in my current role. So I don't know, I'm a bit worried about readapting. I've kind of talked a lot about it with Will recently, just kind of, I think working from home is amazing, but obviously it does take away that social element of it, and I just feel like I kind of have to reintegrate. I know that sounds so sad, and I do well with talking to people. It's obviously part of my job, but I don't know. It's very nerve-wracking. I think obviously it will take a few weeks to like settle and feel comfortable, but I know it's going to be really I know for a fact that it's going to be really overwhelming for a little bit, and it's just that transitional period. I've wrote about it in my upcoming newsletter. I've kind of always had like a bit of a fear of change, even just like little bits, and obviously this is a really, really big change, so it's a bit nerve-wracking. I know I'll be fine, and I know I will be fine, but yeah, I think taking it chill this week is probably the best thing for me to do. I'm making sure that I've got a nice week this week. I'm off to see my cousin and his girlfriend tomorrow. They live in Worcester, so they've literally just moved to Worcester recently. They moved over from Australia and I hadn't seen him in 15 years, and we're trying to make it a lot more regular in seeing each other, which is lovely. So obviously they've moved there and it's not too far away for me to go. Obviously it's much closer than like Australia. We're just gonna go for like a few drinks and some dinner, and then I'm gonna venture back. So that's really long, but then I'm staying at Will's for the next few nights after. I'm just chilling. Yeah, I hope you're all really well as well. I am just about to go and have some lunch. I've really dosed up on my coffees today. I went and worked out and about this morning and had 2 flat whites there, and then I've obviously got this. But with an iced latte, it's kind of diluted a lot with milk. So the coffee, I don't think the coffee's as strong, obviously, in a latte compared to a flat white, where I was absolutely buzzing earlier. I've kind of flopped a little bit now, which is why I'm back on this. So I kind of need to start weaning off the coffee into the evening now. So I've got a little bit more work to do, and then I've got 2 gym classes this evening. Me and my friend are trying a new class called Fitball, and we've seen photos of it on our gym's Facebook page and it looks really interesting, so we're really excited to go and see what that's like. And then obviously I've got spin after, and then just a chill evening. But yeah, not a lot to report, to be honest. Hello everyone, I've just nipped back home as I just had a really big parcel delivered to me from work as my leaving present for today. Today's my last day. By the way, I feel very on edge because I'm sat in a public car park yet again, but I just went and picked up a coffee from one of my new favourite places, and I swear like the world's just working in my favour. They said to me, if you buy a pastry today you get free coffee, so I got a free pastry. So I'm just driving back to Will's now. I'm gonna open and see what's in the parcel. It's so exciting.